Well, they'll come in and they'll say, well, we saw the sign from the outside.
We head to the Great Minnesota Get-Together and hear from a Coon Rapids company helping us find our favorite fair foods. Plus, a line of nurses planning to walk off the job a second time this year. Find out when. But first,
It's really focused on how do we help them get out to the workforce.
students head back to class this week at the Anoka Tech, training for some high-demand fields. That's top CTN News this Friday, August 26th, 2016. Thanks for joining us. A specialized program at the Anoka Tech is helping students land jobs in a demanding marketplace.
The logistics program is a 2-year certificate program aimed at meeting market demand. It teaches students about infrastructure which supports the movement of goods from a growing number of source locations. CTN's Jordan Rylance explains.
The logistics marketplace is facing a shortage of qualified workers, and a program at Anoka Technical College is answering the call.
It's a 16-credit program where a student can go for a whole term, and then when they come out, they're in a position to be able to go out and find work in the logistics field.
The logistics program focuses on the movement of goods from a growing number of source locations, and the skills learned in the program are in demand more now than ever before.
I think I saw in the Bureau of Labor statistics it was like the 3rd or 5th fastest growing career. I know we're going to be in tremendous shortage for people both on the truck driver side, the material handling side, forklift side, even the scheduling side of it, absolutely.
Employment in the logistics and supply field is projected to grow 22% from 2012 to 2022, much faster than the average for all occupations.
It's a skill, and once they've had this is a good place to get into the job market and raise yourself above minimum wage.
Lutzi trains students to understand how the equipment works and how to be OSHA compliant.
The first time they go through the training, they generally will crush some of the plastic cones. And it's better that they crush that than a coworker, because the forklift weighs 9,000 pounds.
Anoka Tech provides hour-based training and continued education to get their students out into this high-demand workforce as soon as possible. In Anoka, Jordan Rylance, CTN News.
Students will also learn to manage the entire life cycle of a product, which includes how it's acquired, distributed, allocated, and delivered. For more information on the logistics program at the Anoka Tech, call 763-433-1100 or visit their website.
Just before the start of the new school year, a change at the top at Blaine High School. Principal John Phelps recently announced he was resigning from his job at the school. Phelps came to Blaine High School from Wisconsin back in 2011. Meanwhile, Jason Paskey has been appointed interim principal for the 2016-2017 school year. He served as an assistant principal at Blaine High School for the past 5 years. A formal search for a new principal will start in the spring. District 11 is taking advantage of new levy authority from the state. School boards may now convert up to $300 per student in voter-approved referendum levy. So on Monday night, the Anoka Hennepin School Board adopted a resolution converting $176.09 per student to a board-approved referendum. The levy was set to expire at the end of the 2017-2018 school year. Without it, District 11 would have lost about $7 million a year in funding.
A Coon Rapids man is being held on $2 million bail for allegedly kidnapping, sexually assaulting, and killing a 5-year-old girl last weekend. On Tuesday, 25-year-old Zachary Anderson was charged with second-degree murder, first-degree criminal sexual conduct, and kidnapping. 5-year-old Elena Erdl disappeared from her home in Watkins early Saturday morning and became the subject of an Amber Alert for most of the day. Anderson, who was staying the night at the family's home, was found last Saturday afternoon in a swamp in rural Motley in southern Cass County. Erdl's body was discovered nearby. The medical examiner says the little girl died from strangulation and blunt force trauma to the head.
We now know the name of a woman found dead inside her Coon Rapids apartment last week. This week, authorities identified the victim as 34-year-old Rebecca Drulow. Drulow's body was found in the early morning hours of August 18th inside her unit at the Woodland North Apartments off University Avenue. Investigators have still not said how she died. A 24-year-old man who may also have resided at the building, Lucas Jablonski, was found severely injured in the entryway of the building. Authorities are asking anyone with information on Drulow's and Jablonski's whereabouts in the days prior to August 17th to call them at 763-427-1212.
A line of nurses will walk off the job on Labor Day for the second time this year. That's the word late this week from union leaders who have been unable to reach agreement on a new contract with the line of management. Both sides met again on Tuesday, but they still can't agree on health insurance plans. The strike is set to begin at 7 a.m. on Labor Day and continue until a deal is reached. 5 Allina hospitals are involved, including Mercy and Unity. You may notice something new the next time you visit a JCPenney store. The retailer is starting the process of opening appliance showrooms at half of its stores. Today, the appliance showroom opened at the Coon Rapids JCPenney's along with several others in the metro. Each location will have between 100 and more than 200 appliances. Retail experts say JCPenney is hoping to steal market share from other businesses, including Sears.
A diverse community group that formed last fall is about to kick off a new season, and they hope more people will join them. The group, called Transformative Circle, met monthly during the previous school year at the Emma B. Howe YMCA to have conversations about diversity. Their first meeting of the new season is coming up September 1st and will spotlight police community relations.
We will be talking about values, our personal values, and how we can take those values and use them to create a community that we all feel safe in, both residents, people of color, and the police department as well.
Again, the meeting will take place Thursday, September 1st from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Coon Rapids YMCA. Police Chief Brad Wise will be in attendance. For more information about that or an upcoming interfaith forum, check out Transformative Circle's Facebook page. Well, the Minnesota State Fair opened its gates this week, and tens of thousands of people have already found their way to the rides, animals, and food.
A Coon Rapids company has been part of the fair for years, and although their work gets noticed, where it's done and how doesn't. CTN's Joe Nelson found out how the company leads many to their favorite stops each year and joins us now from the State Fair with more. Joe?
Steve and Karen, big crowds mean big business here at the State Fair, but also more competition for your dollar. One Coon Rapids company is helping other businesses catch your eye when you need subs, malts, or cheese curds.
If you had one fair to work across the United States, that would be the Minnesota State Fair.
At the end of every summer, cheese curds are a hot item for fairgoers searching for a snack, but options are everywhere.
We call it friendly competition.
Mouthtrap Cheese Curds owner David Cavallero knew he had to get noticed.
In our business, the motto "flash is cash" is standard. I've always liked neon. I thought that was the way to go.
To get that look, he looked to DeMar Signs in Coon Rapids, where neon glassbender Keith Fesler has been cooking up signs for nearly 25 years.
Pretty much anything you can think of, we do. I'm just continue heating it till it reaches about 600 degrees.
It's an intricate process that goes from bending glass with fire, then adding air, pressure, and electricity.
I'll light it. When I first started, I guess I would get burns a lot, and then I'll seal it off. If you're working so fast, you know, it's hard to remember sometimes to stay away from the hot part. It's just repetition and it's just getting the feel for the glass.
He says the neon business is dimmer than it once was.
Neon inside of channel letters, you know, with the faces on them, that's all gone to LEDs now.
But his work, along with designs and installation from the DeMar's team, isn't going unnoticed.
They are tremendous craftsmen.
When you do something that you like and they like, yeah, you know, it makes you feel good, sure.
Cavallero says his sign ensures more than 55,000 pounds of cheese won't stay at his stand for long.
So all you got to do is, you know, take a glance through one of these big open doors. That big, beautiful sign catches them. The nostalgia look of neon is what I'm trying to go after, and seems to work for me.
To check out Keith or Dave's handiwork, head to the food building at the State Fair through Labor Day. Or to get some neon sign work, go to DeMar Signs in Coon Rapids. Steve and Karen?
Both look great. Thank you, Joe. Now, if you are heading to the State Fair, you can hop on a bus at 21 different park and ride locations across the metro, including at the National Sports Center. A round-trip ticket to the State Fair costs $5. Children 4 and under ride for free. Now, the only cash and bus bargain tickets are accepted. Bus service from the National Sports Center runs every 15 minutes between 8 a.m. and midnight.
Right now, there's lots of Minnesota-grown fruits and vegetables ready for picking. On Wednesday, it was Kids Day at the Coon Rapids Farmers Market. Children got free face painting, and members of the Coon Rapids Fire Department also paid a visit. Plus, the first 50 kids got a $1 off coupon to use at any food vendor.
We did actually come out here because they gave kids $1 off to purchase anything at the farmers market, and I'm always about eating healthy foods, and so that's why we came out here today, and plus the library's out here.
Oh, they loved it. Unfortunately, though, they picked out something sweet, not vegetables. Marley got chocolate zucchini bread, and Nora got strawberry jam.
The Coon Rapids Farmers Market takes place every Wednesday from 3 to 6 p.m. through the end of the growing season.
All right, that'll do it for today's show. Thanks for watching.